YouTube. Welcome back. I had a subscriber ask for the water deck deck profile. I built this deck. I had the core, obviously. I'll never get rid of the core. It's my favorite. But after I played it, dude, like I kind of want to make this as meta as it possibly can be, dude. Like I always love this deck, as you can tell. But I built this to go to locals only because of the simple fact, like I missed playing it. So I built it in like 10 minutes. So my ratios aren't the best. But with that being said, going forward, 100%, I'm going to learn how to play this deck to its maximum potential. So if you want to follow me on that journey, please be sure to subscribe, man. If you have any pointers, any cons, any pros, whatever, let me know, man. Let's make each other better. But I'm going to start off just showing you what I played at the tournament. I played 2 Diva. I know it's at 3, but man, you get ashed on this after you're normal. You don't have a follow-up. It's a wrap. But it's one of the best cards in the deck, so I mean, you got to respect it. Obviously, you played 3 Prince. I couldn't tell you how many times this card's been ashed. Fog Blade. Okay, whatever, I still send for cost. So no matter what, you're sending something off of him unless they can stop the summon. Even the Appaloosa, no matter what, this card still sends. It'll negate the effect to draw off of Appaloosa and the effect off of what you sent. But still, you got rid of 2 counters on this one card. This is a 1-card OTK, obviously. You don't got to say too much about them. Atlantean Dragoons. This card, man, when it was at 2, I used to cry a little bit at night. But no, we got it at 3. I mean, you can't beat it, you know. I played 2 Heavy Infantry. This card in the build that I was looking forward to, since I hadn't played this deck in a little bit. This card's an additional normal summon. I mean, what's 2 monsters right now is an Anaconda, and if they don't get impermed or effect veilered, whatever, you're going to make a Dragoon. That was the whole purpose. I mean, obviously this card is a pops a face-up card, which is amazing. Get around a summon limit. I've done that a few times. 1 Marksman, just for the back row decks. You know, it is what it is. This is a standard package. 1 Lapras Dragon to add off of the Dragoons, just a special, just in case I had to do something, whatever. There's your Anaconda. I have Needle Fiber, but like I said, I hadn't played this in a little bit, so I put some cards together, man, and I made a goal, you know, and I stuck with the game plan. 3 Minstrel. You send this, you see this card in a Dragoon. Obviously, it's, you know, that's the best hand, potentially, you know, starter. But this card lets you search out a card, and you get to look at your opponent's hand, then discard 1 until the end of, I believe, that turn, until the end of your turn, or whatever. So they have a Nibiru, a Ash, whatever. Just get rid of it. And the cool thing is, the way it works on the game, so I'm assuming this is how it works in real life. You open these up in your 2-hand effect. You know, you pitch this card and 1 water card in your hand. You look at your opponent's hand, discard, and then so you get to look at the hand first, and then I guess Dragoons activates in a second chain. So I mean, you could, I guess it chain blocks it. I'm not for sure how the Yu-Gi-Oh mechanics work nowadays. It's hard, you know. That's why I say all we do is make each other better. You know, like I said, I want to learn this deck to its maximum potential. 2 Megalos. I see a lot of people only playing 1 this format with a Minstrel, but man, I personally play 2. I love the OTK, man. If I can go first, I'll go first. If I have to go second, I'll go second. It doesn't really matter. This deck is always my favorite, dude. Respect to the water gods. I played 3 Mermail Abystius. I have ultis. I have secret Megalos. I'm working on the deck Max Rarity again. Man, this card and the Dragoon, boom, there you go. If you're going second, I mean, there's an OTK, especially if the Gamma Seal in hand. This is our search targets off of the Mermail Abystius. This card sends 1 water card, and you can search a level 3. It has to be a level 3. So if you have a Dragoon in hand, you can search that Minstrel, the one that discards, and you can look at your opponent's hand, whatever. And then this card right here, dude, I'm taking him out. There's a couple of cards. Now that I've played the deck and I've played against the meta at locals last week, I know what I need to change. Not fully yet, but this card will be coming out. He's a good card. Don't get me wrong. He's a really good card. You make VFD off of him. You make him 2 Mermail monsters level high, 1 level higher, or 2 levels higher. I mean, you make 7 and a 9. It's really good. But the card itself. Hi, Uno. And then we played 3 Gamma Seals. I mean, obviously it is what it is. It's Gamma Seal. Get around the boss monster, whatever. After the Gamma Seal, we play one Mulan Glacia. This card's gonna come out against this format against something like what the heck's that deck? I was just playing it. Ellic. You lose. You know, you activate that. I mean, that they want their cards in the grave. There's a couple other cards that want their effects, you know, in the grave. You got free fodder right there. But I mean, going first, it's still strong. You know, if you can do this, and you know, you Desert Locust, and then you do some, then you do the Minstrel. I mean, I'm taking 3-4 cards out your hand. You know, then you can Trish, but it's good. But this format, it's not good enough. So he'll be coming out, absolutely. I played 2 Ash. He's a fire. You do want to see it. You don't want to see it. You got Teish. You got. I need to see a water. I might actually put in the. You know what? No, I'm probably gonna take these out completely. I think I'm gonna put in Skullmeisters. I'll probably take out the Mulan Glacia and these 2 Ash for 3 Skullmeisters this format. It seems like all the meta decks are all graveyard reliant. So we'll do that. Next, I play, of course, 1 Dark Magician, 1 Red Eyes Black Dragon, and the Red Eyes Fusion. I don't think I need to say more. Why else would I be playing these cards? Obviously, he's one of the best ones. Boss monster out there. I play a Maria Greed, only 1. I was just thinking, you know, like I said, my ratios are super wonky. Don't get mad. Don't unsubscribe. I built this deck in 10 minutes, man, you know, but I didn't change anything deck for deck. I just showed you what I was thinking about. I don't know all the synchro plays and all that. But this card, it came up once. I drew it one time and I resolved it perfectly fine. Drew 3 cards. I may take it out for an Upstart Goblin because I know for a fact I've played this in the past and there was times I had an Ash and this in hand. Like, man, I really wish this was an Upstart, you know? So we'll get rid of that. I know. 1 for 1, you have to play it. You need to be able to search that prints out. Like I said, it's a 1-card OTK. Monster Reborn. This card, I'm a little bit I like it. It's a good card. I may keep it in. I may not. Or I could replace it with the Deep Sea Aria. I'm not for sure. I'm still thinking on that. Like I said, nobody plays this card, man. A lot of people do that I personally know, but I mean, you go on YouTube, look up videos. Nobody's playing this card, man. It's plus 800 attack. Mermail Abyss Megalo searches it. Your opponent activates their first spell. It's negated. So I mean, this gets around Super Polymerization. This gets around Dark Ruler No More. This gets around Forbidden Droplet. Unless I think they send a spell. But then again, I don't know how this resolves. I'm not for sure. That's one I gotta ask about because this card is ridiculous. And it makes Megalo OTK. You know, it makes Megalo go for 3,264, and then his effect, if you got rid of a Prince, you got a Dragoon, you got 8,200 damage on board. And that's my favorite OTK, dude. That card's super dope. I played 2 Cosmic Cyclones. I'm probably gonna keep this as is, or I could replace it. Nah, I don't think Lightning Storm is a good replacement in the main deck. I think I'll keep it as is. And then you don't have to play these cards, dude. I do because I have them. Forbidden Droplet is a playset. Honestly, man, if you really think about it, to any of the budget players out there that want to play this deck, so this card, I believe, doesn't target. I think you just select, choose. I don't know, but I know you can do a Dragoon to it, whatever. If you can't afford this card, man, whatever. It doesn't target, but you can send for cost. I mean, you can play Forbidden Chalices, things like this. This is in my side deck. It negates a monster effect. You know, it's exactly what you want to do, especially, you know, against like a Zexal or a, what was the other card that you couldn't do? You couldn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! Because of VFD. You know, you activate it. It's the same time I would do this, you know, just negate. So, I mean, it's a quick play. It's super budget friendly, but it's just another option. But now that you've seen the main deck, let's go into the extra. I don't even have this all looking pretty, but you know what? That's cool, man. You guys are doing it just like me, man. I made this video unexpectedly. I wasn't planning on it, but somebody asked for it, and for the community, man, I got you. Absolutely got you. One last second. All right, I think for the most part, she's looking about right. All right, obviously with the Red Eyes, Black Dragon, and the Dark Magician, You know, the Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. But you know, unless you don't summon, unless you draw the Red Eyes Fusion, which is cool, you know, it's really cool. But if you don't draw it, just like me, I barely ever draw. I've done it once or twice. But here's the Verte Anaconda to make him to send the Red Eyes Fusion. Like I said, the Atlantean Infantry. If you draw a bogus hand, man, but you do have something you could kind of do something if you have additional normal. All right, there you go. Heavy Infantry. You just normal. They can't negate it. You're normal again. What? They might be able to Valor it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they can. But who Valor's Infantry? But then you just make him. I just saved the Valor for that. Like I said with the Abyss Mander, I believe his name is, you can make your Mermail 2 level 7s into level 9s. You make True King. I mean, it's availability to make it, so why not run it? I love this card, man. Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon. This card, I've won duels with it. I've lost duels because of it. My buddy Austin Bear, shout out to him, man. Barely Yu-Gi-Oh! Check his YouTube channel out. He put me onto this card, man. No matter what your opponent does, unless they negate him. But if you activate any effect, period. You go all the combo decks out there right now, man, that you got to do A to get to Z, and they got multiple effects in between. Well, this card does 500 damage each time. You don't have to detach. It's just, it is what it is. Anytime your opponent activates an effect, they take 500 damage, and it's not once per turn. Also, it can't be destroyed by card effects while it has an XZ material. All right, that's broken. Relinquish Anima. I play this just in case I put the zone. You have something I can't out, whatever. Prince is a level 1. All right, boom, bounce it. Give me that. A Link Karibo just for when I don't need to make Anima. Whatever card. Nightmare Phoenix. Obviously, I do run the Nightmare Unicorn. Don't gotta say much about that. Play 1 Needle Fiber. I know my ratios for tuners and everything aren't up to par as they should be, but it isn't, as I said, it is an extender. But 9 times out of 10, I was going into Verte Anaconda before I even needed him. I think this card specifically is probably more needed on the going first blind, or I mean, just going first build when you want a hand loop, because you can bring out all the other type of things, man. But for now, I mean, he's in there just so I have it. 1 Appaloosa. There are times I can make it, but it's situational, it's super situational. But he's in there just to have a pack, an option. 1 Boral Sword. This card is the Link 4 I would primarily go into just for what he does, OTK, push. And then because of the Needle Fiber I do have, if I am hand looping, if I got you with Moving Glacia, I got you with the Ministro, I can make Desert Locust on your turn, Needle Fiber's effect. He turns into him, and then whoever's turn it is, when this card special summon, discards 1 card. That card's stupid, but it is what it is. Always put him in defense. He's a big butt. 2400. 1 Herald of the Orange Light, Arc Light. I'm sorry. He's in there just because he's a level 4 and he's in the gate. There's no other reason. He is what he is. 1 Borreload Savage Dragon, level 8. He's makeable. He's definitely makeable. But it's very rarely. I mean, like I said, I want to push. If I'm getting to this point where I got this and it's round. I mean, it's turn 7. Like, yeah, man, you're probably gonna lose. Unfortunately, this deck can't really grind the hardest, but I love it. Respect my water. Respect my gangster. And then last but not least, 1 Brio. He's a good card, man. You discard up to so many cards, and then you select that many, I think. You can discard a number of cards to the graveyard, then target the same number of cards your opponent controls. Return those cards to the hand. Hey, you get it. I don't know, man. Against an anti-spell fragrance, against a summon limit, against whatever. Yeah, get rid of all that. Now let me continue. So that's the extra deck. And man, if you're gonna respect the water deck, man, go get you some blue sleeves. They don't have to be nice. They don't have to be fancy. Get some blue sleeves. And then let's go into the side. Like I said before, budget-friendly wise, we do have the Forbidden Chalices. If I know I'm going second, and if I'm like, man, the droplets at 3, you got 37 other cards in your deck. What type of deck am I going against where I need to have 3 droplets and this chalice? These only come in if needed, but there's decks out there like that. You need to stop that. 2 Book of Moon. I just kind of threw the side deck together. But that's going second, go against something stupid. Play 3 Lancia. I personally don't need to banish anything, but I know a lot of you got other players need to banish things. So with that being said, yeah, we're saying no to Elglick. We're gonna say no to all them other things. This card's super situational. I just threw it in there, like I said, because it is what it is at 10 minutes. Denko Sekka. I mean, there's back row decks out there. Paleo is a strong deck. I was just playing that, as you guys know. Against Mermail, man, this deck really is susceptible to traps, back row decks, man. But if I had to summon this card, I already know I probably lost game 1. And it's unfortunate. Played 3 Ghost Maiden only. I mean, it's a good side deck card. I may replace it with 3 Drolan Lockbirds because I want to incorporate 3 Skullmeisters in the main deck. I mean, this card is good, but I personally don't think I need all of that graveyard negate. And then last but not least, two Twin Twisters. I'd probably change these up for Lightning Storms. I do have them. I just put these in because of what they are. But other than that, man, like I said, other cards I would put in this deck, like obviously Lightning Storms, potentially Evenly Matches. I know I'm going to replace the Mermail Greed with the Upstart Goblin. I may honestly put the Swap Frog, the Frog package in here. Probably 3 Swap Frog, 1 Ronin Tonin. I probably will not play a Bahamut Sharks just for the simple fact I don't think I'm going to make level 4s too often. But if I do, I mean, it is just 1 free slot. I might put a Bahamut in there just for the simple fact, like if I had the option, like I'd have an Atlantean Dragoons in hand, I summon it. And I do have that Monster Reborn. Like, all right, get another Dragoon. I mean, I guess it is something, potentially. But that's some super wishful thinking right there. So let's not do all that. But like I said, man, if you have any comments on here, don't criticize this specific version too harsh. Like I said, at 10 minutes. And but yeah, man, just give me some pointers of what you think we should play. And this could be our deck. You know, so put in the comment section, make sure to like and subscribe, and always, man, peace out.